So today I'm actually going to show you guys an easy way for any of those of you planning to breed your collared lizards. This is what I like to do with the newborns or neonates. Now again, I generally like to keep them in their incubation containers for around 24 hours just to let them, get their lungs underneath them, let them acclimate and keep them in a controlled temperature, not to shock them throwing them out to the new world right away. But what I like to do is take like a clean 20-gallon tank, as you can see here. I like to use for the beginning a base of paper towel bedding. So this just helps them learn, because it might take a few days for them before they can actually eat live food. I can actually show you some videos after this of some first meals that my collards have had. Are pretty cool watching them try and hunt around. But generally for the first 2 weeks, I'll start them on paper towels. Then once I know that they can eat well and control their food, then I'll actually start putting sand substrate in and watching. Again, it's washed play sand. I can't harp enough on it that washed play sand is completely fine for them and doesn't really cause any issues. But again, you don't want one that's going to take mouthfuls of it, especially at a young age. So again, I start off paper towels first 2 weeks, then I'll slowly transition them to a normal substrate that they'll be living on for the rest of their lives. Also, I have a nice water bowl here, and I'm generally using the old light bulb container here, but smaller caves and other things they can like, just as long as they have shelter and something that can protect them. I like this because it's white and it blends in with the paper towel, so it's kind of their environment. And then also make sure that you have a 10O UVB light. It's good to start them off in the beginning. I believe that this is a T8 strip light. You can also use some halogen heat lights or something for basking, but make sure that you're not going to cook these guys because they're still learning what the temperature is right and what to do. So I'm going to set this up for you guys and show you guys a couple tips on how, again, to keep a baby or neonate collared lizard. So to start off, I have my lid off and I take paper towels. I like to double layer these. Sometimes they get underneath them, but this allows just to be a little bit thicker. So you actually take it, place it down in your tank like this, and you're going to want to somewhat secure the edges. I leave a little lip and push in the corners, so this way it allows you to get a flush on one end and get it down, and again push around here. One thing you can do, and I've tried a couple times, is actually get this wet and have it sit, because this way it'll actually mold to the bottom a little bit better, and this way you have that 24-hour period of leaving the hatchlings in the incubator, so this will allow that to sit. But just for the sake of this video, I put this down. Then what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a water bowl. I'm just going to put it in a corner. So again, I generally keep my water dishes away from the basking area, and then I'm going to take their little cave and I'm going to put it up against the edge right here. So this is where they can hide. I'll probably have the basking area right here in the middle and maybe put in just a flat rock, nothing too abrasive or anything like that, just so they can have something to bask on. Again, this would be a neonate or baby collared lizard setup, and this would be temporary, probably for the first 2 weeks. Then I start transitioning them to more of a sand substrate and a larger enclosure. So now I have my setup in where I normally keep my neonates and babies. So I have the tank that I showed you guys earlier with the little cave area and water dish, and I have my strip light and my heating lamp on top. So I'm going to go ahead and turn these on. And generally what I like to do, I have this little hinge opening, so I'll keep the little heat light right there. I'll try to move it off of that, but allow there to be the basking area in the middle, and I'll have the other stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and put this little guy in here, and we're going to see how he likes his new place. So here we go. I got him in a little container, and I'm going to take him out carefully. He might go for a run because he's still kind of afraid of me. I'm going to slowly coax him out carefully, and you can see instantly into his new home. He actually ran into the cave, ironically, so we won't be able to see him. Maybe I can stick this in and we can get a little view of him. Can't really tell. Well, the little guy is out now. He's exploring his new little habitat. Again, I like to keep the paper towels down, again, just to avoid the substrate for the first 2 weeks. He probably won't eat for the first day or two. As you can see, I'm going to zoom in to show you the colors a little bit. Now, this guy's an eastern collared lizard, but he's actually one of the old subspecies that we don't recognize anymore. Now, my Latin pronunciation might not be perfect, but I call him Bailey. But these guys generally they'll tell the difference when they're adults. So he's actually a male, so he's gonna have a yellow head-like coloration, but he's gonna have white patterns in his dewlap, and that's one of the easier ways to tell males away from the other Latin interpretation of an oriceps. I might be saying it wrong again. I don't speak Latin, so I'm not really sure, but that's how I've been pronouncing it. And again, you can kind of see he's got some nice yellow striping already. If I can look in a little bit, you can already see some little greens and blues in him. So he's going to be a really cool guy. He may be sticking around. He may be one that I might offer later. So just stay tuned on any of my pages and also this page, because I might post some for sale and you never know.